Oh, yeah. Welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast in North America and China and Japan and North Korea as voted by Simon Cowell, Simon Birch, and the video game, Simon, where it's like red, blue, green, and you have to match the Simon. Are you guys too young for that? Does anyone remember the fucking game Simon? I know who does. Bad Boy, Mike, Alex, G, Scootin' Ain't a Crime, Stripe Shirt, Samurai, Venus, Die Trap, Sherry, Bo Berry, Trainwreck, Sixth Prodigy, Scootin', Bruce Wayne, Jay Stews, Ring-a-ting-ting-ting, Bing Bong Boy, and more. I appreciate all you guys who tuned in live right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle for the podcast Stop Crying Poser. Today is Friday. Some of you might be listening on Sunday because this also comes out on Sunday on iTunes, Podbean, and YouTube. But if you're watching it live, then we are right here as always on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. First thing we're going to do, we have our previous sticker pack winner in the chat right now, and I want to give you guys a chance to win a Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. This one's for the skaters, and this is going to be a really easy trivia question. Who was the first person on a skateboard to jump down the leap of faith, and what trick were they trying? Anyone who was alive during the Tony Hawk Pro Skater era should know the answer to this question. It behooves me because I wonder why, even now, no one ended up landing that. We have all these people. We have Jaws out there jumping down humongous stair sets. And somehow there's still people that aren't like usually. Okay, think about like El Toro. Way back in the day, it was front board and lip side and board side. Oh my God, El Toro. Now it's like nollie nose blunt. But it's weird that some of the tricks that people tried way back in the day still have never been bopped. So Scootin' Ain't a Crime says the Gon's slappy. That is incorrect. Trainwreck says he knows the answer, but he doesn't want another sticker pack because he hates Ninja Lifestyle as a person, and he hates the channel. Venus Die Trap says Melon, Chris Cole. Completely wrong. Jay Stews says Jamie Thomas, but he must have not listened at all to the actual question. And Trainwreck comes back to prove his loyalty and says Jamie Thomas with the melon grab. That is right. It was this 2-story building. This is for the non-skaters out there who might be listening. This big 2-story building with the stairs that kind of go around, and there's a rail you could jump down, and you just look down and you're scared. And Jamie Thomas rolled up, tried to melon it. And I don't know if back in the day if doing grabs downstairs was less cool, because nowadays, if you try that, it's like, it's really lame. But like maybe back then it was like, oh, cool, fucking melon. Jamie Thomas, too, you got to think that guy, not so well known for being big ollie guy, or at least not the way I look at it, especially not like a big kickflip guy. He was more well known for me as being like, I skate the most giant handrails ever, which I have the VHS Misled Youth, and it's nothing but humongous rails. Maybe a couple of big ollies here and there. He does one big long nose manual. Skates to the song Teenage Wasteland. Teenage Wasteland, bow, bow. Teenage, bow. We're all wasted! Oh, man. If you've never heard that song, then you're definitely not going to want to listen to it now because I just butchered it. But it's great. I actually have a tattoo of Misled Youth across my ribs. It's a great skate video from the past. But enough about skateboarding. Let's talk about me. I went bowling last night. I take a lot of pride in how good I am at bowling, despite never practicing ever. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret, a little trivia about me. Once upon a time, I got a 242. Now, you may be thinking 242, that's a whole 60 away from a perfect score. Oh, no. 242, that's some hard shit to get. And I got that shit off fucking 211s, fucking a mountain of beer, still pulled it off. Everyone was looking at me like, oh my God, how's this happening? Also, guess what else happened? In the last frame, I got a split. So I didn't even get 3 chances on my last bowl. Completely wasted my entire last chance and still got a 242. Never again did I ever even get close to that. In fact, I'm not sure if I've ever even beat 200, except for that one game. Just one magical bowling game, 242. Every other bowling game, I'm like a 140 kind of player. And I'm proud of that. I feel like 140 is going to pretty solidly make you win against everyone else if everyone's drinking about the same amount. Bowling is on my mind because I went bowling last night and I played terrible. And I was really depressed in myself. I hate to be the loser. Second place is only the first place loser. I went with my girlfriend Lily and a couple of other friends. Had a gay old time out there, did some gambling, lost all my money. Also exciting news, I drove through a traffic accident. Let me explain this to you. I was driving down Highway 95, trying to get to sort of near the Las Vegas Strip. Usually it would be maybe a 10-minute, 15-minute drive. Instead, it took 30, 40 minutes. So I'm sitting there in traffic, one lane. The whole fucking freeway is down to one lane. There's a crash way the fuck ahead of us, but we don't know that. Also, there's cones everywhere, and a man can only take too much in his life. So you know what I said? I'm just going to play stupid. I just went around the cones, drove around everybody. Fuck that. I figure if I'm going to get pulled over, all I'm going to say is, oh, I didn't know. I thought that was a fucking separator. I thought it was the right lane and left lane. How the fuck do I know, officer? What do you want from me? I wear glasses. I'm stupid. I'm retarded. I need help. I'm autistic. Officer, you're gonna shoot an autistic man in front of my kids? So I drove all around that. Nothing ended up happening. And then, we found out later there was like a big fucked up rollover crash. There's like a little fire on the side of the road. I drove directly in between these two cars that crashed. Just went right in the middle of them. It's pretty spooky. No one else was brave enough to do it. Just me. Pretty bad motherfucker BMF, goddammit. Breadwinner. But it was a good time and no one got in trouble and we got to go bowling. And then maybe that's my karma for doing that. I would feel, I got no regrets, no regrets, because I think I would feel stupid if I wasted my life in traffic. You know how many fucking red lights I hit yesterday? One day I'm going to be dead. I'm going to go up to heaven. I'm going to be at the pearly gates, and God's going to, hey, man, you pretty cool dude. Come on in. I'm going to go, thanks, God. But hold on, I have a question about my life. And I'll go ahead, my son. And I'll go, hey, if you added up every second that I sat at a red light and you added them up into minutes and the minutes became hours and the hours became days and weeks. God, how long did I waste my life sitting at a red light? Oh, my child, you spent 14 years of your life in front of red lights. 14 fucking years of your already short life. I'm going to be gone at like 58. So that means a third, maybe the math is wrong right there. A fifth of my life is stuck sitting at red lights, wishing I had enough time to check my Instagram, but I don't, because the second I fucking look down, it's gonna turn green unless I don't check the Instagram at all, in which case it stays red for the entire duration of my adult human life. Oh my God. Traffic is just one of those things. I hate driving. The whole reason I stopped going to California and stopped going to Woodward and stopped doing all that shit, number one, is because I don't care about that homophobic mecca. But also because I hate the drive. I went to fucking Braille House once. It's a 9-hour drive. Never went back. They would love to have me over there. Have some fun with your skater friends who also do YouTube. We have all these mutual friends, me and Nigel and Gage and Aaron, for hanging out. But 9 hours? Fuck you. Y'all are my ex-friends. I'm never going back over there. I hate driving. It's stupid. Especially with red lights. You throw red lights in there, it's even worse. Oh, man. Terrible. Also, I've been eating horrible food. I don't know if you guys have noticed from my fat face, but I don't know how long it takes for when you eat shitty food for it to then turn into fat into your body. But right now, I should be about 300 pounds. Last night, I'll tell you about the diet. I had a big bowl of ramen, which sounds healthy. It sounds like broke food, but it was like this gourmet ramen, so it's really fatty. Chicken katsu hanging out the side, a bunch of pork belly just in there, tons of just fat. You can see oil and film of oil across the top. And then before that, I had like these fried little chicken balls. And I eat that shit, and I'm super full, and I go, oh, fuck. I take a quick nap, I wake up, we go hang out, have fun. Fucking 211, beer, nothing but straight calories. Oh, then I need a little snack again. Oh, no, here comes the Subway, the fake health food. I eat the Subway, I go, that was delicious and nutritious, but I'm not done. What? He wasn't finished. What? He wasn't at the end of his meal. What? He wanted more in his belly. What? The glutton wanted more food in his fat mouth. What? So I ended up going to Del Taco, which is like kind of like Taco Bell. I know a lot of you guys don't have Del Taco, but everyone should know what Taco Bell is. In a lot of ways, Del Taco is worse than Taco Bell, but in a lot of ways, it's better. They have this one thing there, chicken soft taco, for example. You get a chicken soft taco from Del Taco here in Las Vegas. It's $1.09. $1.09. You get a chicken soft taco from Taco Bell, it's like $2.50. Fuck that. Then again, you want to maybe go the way of the quesadilla? I'd say Taco Bell's the way to go. Taco Bell has mean quesadilla, and they have two options, both steak and chicken. Ooh, oh, I like having the option to change it. Go to Del Taco, you only get the option of chicken. So anyways, I go over there, I get a couple of chicken soft tacos, I bring them home, and I look down, and I say to myself, raise minimum wage! Because it baffles me how fast food workers' jobs can be so simple yet so impossible. It baffles me to no end. Even, tell me this, okay? Maybe I'm exaggerating, but answer me this. I know everyone's gone through this one. You ever go to McDonald's and you say to yourself, I'm kind of light on cash, I'll get something cheap. How about a spicy chicken sandwich? And then you think to yourself, no one on earth could possibly fuck up such a simple treat, right? All you do is microwave the spicy patty or whatever that is, or maybe just throw it on a grill. I don't know how you do the patty, or maybe the patty's just already ready to go, okay? But what you do is you take your bun, you put the little white mayonnaise cream on there, boom, then you put the patty, then you put the lettuce, and then you put the bun on top. 5 steps, maybe, and then tell me how many times you've gotten one, you look around, you go, oh wow, McDonald's, it's not really packed, right? There's not that many people here. No one's in a rush. No, none of the chef, the master chef back there, he's not in no rush. He can take his time, all right? And then you look down at what you got, and you got half of a bun over here, a piece of fucking spaghetti noodle, and then you got a ripped in half chicken patty, and then you get lettuce is on the ceiling, and you asked for no mayonnaise, you get fucking 500 pounds of mayonnaise. How many times has that happened to you? And all I can think to myself is raise minimum wage. Can you imagine a world? Can you imagine a world in which you didn't have to pay until after you looked at your meal? Like you're like, oh, this is $1. And you look down, you go, fuck you. You gotta be fucking kidding me. $1 for this trash? Oh, my retarded dog's shit that comes out of his ass, a bug that lives in that shit could make a better sandwich than this. And you're a fucking 36-year-old man with a face tattoo, and you can't make a fucking a spicy chicken? It was 4 steps, and none of them required math. I don't understand. Chaos. The world is falling into chaos. Anyways, at Del Taco, I look down. It's one nugget. Speaking of shitballs, one nugget of chicken, a plethora of bullshit lettuce, sloppily folded into an origami swan, and I'm supposed to eat this shit. In no way did it resemble a taco. And you know me, I'm the ultimate, like, I need to see the manager asshole. I went on Twitter because I'm too scared to do that shit in real life. What, I'm gonna go back over there and be like, hey, you made my shit fucked up. We made it like that because we wanted to, goddammit. Get out of here. Go on now, get. I scurry away. Oh, I should have never complained in real life. No, I went on Twitter, goddammit, the safe place. My safe space, where I'm allowed to say things. And I took a picture of it. Varial Reality seen it, commented on it, and I wrote a poetic message, something along the lines of, I can't believe it took 12 minutes to create this masterpiece. And then I almost start to feel bad because it's always some customer service person on Twitter that comes back saying, oh, I'm so sorry that you had this experience. Please take a survey and we'll do what we can to fix this. But no, I don't accept that as an apology. Okay? I'm 5'11". Everyone on dating sites talking shit on me. No, I wouldn't accept that as a fucking apology. I don't believe it. Because that's just some bullshit generic thing they say. How is it that anyone can truly be sorry for fucking up such a simple meal? How can anyone truly be sorry if it still happens every single day? Can you imagine if that was like your life and you were a cop? Hey, listen, speed limit's 45. I saw you doing 60, but I'm gonna let you get away with it just right now. Just between you and me, don't let it happen again. Oh, thank you, officer. I'm so sorry. It won't happen again. You dip out. The cop would be like, what the fuck? You're going to jail forever. Going to prison. Which is where these fast food cooks should be. In prison. Look, we're raised off the fucking SpongeBob. Okay? That is a man who takes pride in his job despite maybe not making that much money, despite having to work around grumpy Squidward and greedy Mr. Krabs. SpongeBob still looks at the food and realizes that the people that are going to eat it are human beings. And he takes pride in the way that he assembles a Krabby Patty. And I just wonder, how people could watch so much SpongeBob and not learn anything from it. Del Taco, McDonald's, Burger King, and so on. How can we not learn from this situation? Geiges with a valid point. SpongeBob doesn't serve human beings, and yet still better quality. Still takes more care and delicacy of what he's serving to even people less than human beings. Yet still, in supposedly the greatest country in the world, I almost said the greatest country in America, the greatest country in the world, still, we pull this shit off. I don't understand it. Raise minimum wage, hashtag. Raise minimum wage. I should really be able to look down at this thing and go, $1.09? Fuck you. Are you kidding me? Here, keep it. Feed it to plankton, you fucking asshole. Oh, I don't know. It was just something that was annoying to me. We also have update. I got a haircut. I know you guys can't really see it. I'm not going to take off my hat because if I took off my hat, my headset would come off. But I went to a new barbershop. I'll tell you guys what I used to do. I used to go to the Mexican barbershop, but thanks to these ICE raids, all my barbers have been deported. No, I'm joking. All those barbershops have been shut down. I don't know why. There used to be one called Shadia right by my house. You go in there, $10 for a haircut, and even though the person cutting your hair can't speak English, I think that's nice. I think that's even better than someone who can speak English asking you, "Oh, so what do you do for work?" "Oh, really? Oh, video games, huh? Oh, I used to play video games. Oh, my son plays Fortnite. You ever play Fortnite? My son plays Fortnite. I like Fortnite. You ever play Fortnite? Oh, man, yeah, my son and fucking video game. Oh, the internet, huh? Oh, you filming and you editing? Oh, wow, You would round on the side or square? Square sideburns or no sideburns? Oh, Fortnite. No, I'd rather just sit there in silence. Sit there in silence and just not do anything. Just fucking, you cut my hair, I tell you what to do. They look at it, they go, fucking, is it long or in this or square or on this? You're like, square on the back. Just make a square. And you get it done, only $10. And I tip $3. So $10 haircut, I tip $3. That's nice, because all their other customers probably don't tip like that. Actually, that might be incorrect. I think over the years, Mexicans tip pretty well. I mean, I guess it depends on where you're at. But I know all the jobs I've had where I could have possibly been allowed to accept a tip, Mexicans have tipped pretty well. So maybe I'm just hating. Everyone in the chat says barbershops are notorious for being fronts for drug dealers. Not these ones. Okay, these ones are owned by like old ladies and they'll like do your nails and shit. Maybe they were doing drugs, but anyways, they'll shut down, whatever. Also, the rent in that area is going up. They just put in like this thing called like the crepe station where you can buy little pancakes or whatever. And then it's like next to this big like gourmet pizza place. Oh no, this place is way too ghetto for that shit. We had a Wells Fargo that got shut down. That's not a front for drug dealers, or is it? But just this area of town is just changing. So anyways, my barbershop's gone. So I had to go to the new barbershop down the street called like Fat Cuts. Fucking, you know the kind, right? Mainly for black people. All the pictures on the wall where I would usually just see a bunch of Javiers and Jose's in the back of their heads, and you pointed the picture like, that's the haircut I want. It's just a bunch of black people's hair. So then I'm thinking, oh, I hope they can cut my hair good. They mainly cut black people's hair. My hair's gonna be different. So I went in there, and guess what changed? First thing I noticed that changed, first off, instead of regular hard-ass shitty chairs, there were nice, soft couches. So that was nice. I also looked on the wall, and guess how much a haircut was? $22 fucking dollars. Oh yeah, it was a lot. Although when I cashed out, he said it was only 20 bucks, so I got a $2 discount. I tipped $5. I felt like that was fair. He did a really good job on my hair, and I was lucky enough to where not a single fucking word was said. It was nice. It was nice being in a room with someone who can speak English but chooses not to. I feel like I used to have this guy that hung out here all the time, and he always felt like he was being wise, but he would always be like, oh, you know what, man? A wise man once said nothing. And I would always look at him like, okay, that has no context here whatsoever. But in this barbershop situation, it does have context because he was a wise man. He cut my hair. Also, you spend more time talking than cutting hair. It makes the haircut last longer. Nobody wants to be fucking cutting hair forever. Do they? Imagine when that guy, he goes up to the old pearly gates. Jesus, how long did I spend talking about America's funniest videos when I could have been cutting hair? Oh, you spent 3 years doing that. Oh, 3 years. I don't know why he turned into Conor McGregor all of a sudden. 3 whole years. You'll do nothing. So anyways, got the haircut. It was nice. I switched haircuts. I don't know why I made this such a long topic, but it was a big change. It was an $8 change, and wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Went in there, was a little intimidated. Turned out they cut my hair really well. It was nice. And this new spot, speaking of being a front for drug dealers, this new spot could definitely be a front for drug dealers because everybody in there looks like a gang member, and it was awesome. They were all Mexican too, so it's weird that I went from a Mexican barber to a still Mexican barber. This one's like more like one's like I'm totally from Mexico, and one's like the Chicano barber. Like there's all kind of like Aztec fucking shit on the walls. So I liked it. Oh, it's also there's a guy walking outside, and the barber yells at him, "Hey, hey!" Just yells at the guy walking by for him to come inside. He owed him money or something. This, you know what? I just realized that I've been getting my hair cut at a drug dealing spot. I don't care. I do miss the $10 haircuts, but those are a thing of the past. You know what? Minimum wage is going up. We got Del Tacos and Taco Bell brandishing millionaires, top chefs a day at a time, and here we are in 2019. And I have good hair, and that's all that matters. Yeah, really exciting life. By the way, Ninja World, if you guys care. Ninja World 2 is coming out, created by VL Scoot, also known as VL Skate. When I have more information, I will give it to you guys. But definitely tune in to our personal Ninja Lifestyle Discord to get more info on that, because it's pretty cool. And the final boss is someone you might know by the name of Koopa. So let's jump into the news. I've been rambling about my life too long. Area 51. I wish, okay, if you're listening, God, help me. I wish there was a way on Facebook I could turn off these Area 51 memes, because I laughed, okay, the first day. And the second day there was more. The third day there was more. And now you go down your feed, it's nothing but Area 51. And I'm wondering if you guys have the same thing, because Las Vegas is pretty close to Area 51. I don't know how long of a drive it is, maybe 20 or 30 minutes. I've never been there because I don't want to die, but it's close to here. And I heard last night, this might be wrong, but I heard last night that the hotels here are filling up with guests that are here for this Area 51 shit. And we've already talked about it. This is exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be a bunch of people that go kind of near Area 51 and then get close to it and then look around and say like, oh, who's going to go first? I'm not going. I don't want to go. I'm not going. And one guy goes, and I think there's going to be one fatality. Just one fatality. If you look at this headline right here, this is 3 guys with rifles and fucking, what are these little helmets? Night vision. They're ready to kill whoever the fuck they see. And I've heard that these guys, they hide in the mountains, right? So what you may think is a tumbleweed is actually just death knocking on heaven's door. You're just ready to die. Bruce Wayne says the Great Area 51 Massacre. So I'm just sick of the memes, and if you're about it, then go do it. I don't know. Is this not even happening? When is this happening? Like this weekend or something? What is today's date? It's happening on the 20th, right? July 20th or September 20th? Does anyone know if it's either happening tomorrow or it's happening in a month? Regardless, I want it to happen and get it over with so that I can stop seeing these memes. I'm getting real fucking sick of seeing these old people faces, which we're going to talk about that in a little bit too. I don't care what you look like when you're old. Okay, so this is a month from now. So I have to sit here for a fucking month. And these memes are only going to get more and more and more and more. I can't stand it. Let's read the article. They've got a plan to raid Area 51 and, quote, see them aliens. But what will happen if they actually do it? Now, here's the thing. Nobody's going to do it. Nobody cares. Over 1 million people have signed up to a joke Facebook event calling on users to meet at Area 51, the U.S. Air Force Base in Nevada, that's long been a source of alien conspiracy theories. If we Naturo run, we can move faster than their bullets, the page says, referencing the Japanese manga-inspired running style with arms outstretched backwards and heads forward. Let's see them aliens. Now, this is written by fucking CNN. Okay. We talked about this a little bit last week. There must be nothing happening in the news. If this is newsworthy, because I get it, it's popular, it's pop culture, it's something neat, but does anyone care? And is anyone that dumb? Everyone knows you're gonna die. A pinned post on the page attempts to cover its bases, reading, "Hello, U.S. government, this is a joke, and I do not actually intend to go ahead with this plan. I just thought it would be funny and get me some thumbsy uppies on the internet. But as the event has gained traction, inspiring dozens of memes and jokes." Oh, only dozens? Try thousands. Try fucking thousands, CNN. The profile of the situation has risen, so much so that the U.S. Air Force has been made aware of the potential impending raid. They've been made aware. Well, how about if there's 1 million people that signed up to do something, it's not a matter of like them being made aware. They know it, whatever. They found out, who cares? They're not as lighthearted about the situation as folks on the internet. Area 51 is an open training range for the U.S. Air Force, and we would discourage anyone from trying to come into the area where we train American armed forces. The U.S. Air Force always stands ready to protect America and its assets. Area 51 was officially acknowledged as an Air Force base in 2013, but has spurred conspiracy theories as an unidentified flying object and alien holding site for decades. In short, it's thought that Area 51 holds all the government secrets about the aliens, though the CIA has published documents confirming its use as a test base. My grandpa worked at Area 51, and I remember back in the day I asked him about that shit. I was like, oh, what's up with these aliens? And he's like, who cares? There was no fucking aliens. Like, I mean, obviously, as a conspiracy theorist, I would just be like, oh, that's just what you want me to think. But he was like, dude, this is stupid. He was like annoyed that I asked. Like, what the fuck? You believe this trash? But it has since been confirmed that the U.S. government has spent $22 million researching UFOs. Just last month, a group of U.S. senators were briefed on UFO encounters. The U.S. Navy has had 2. Now, the U.S. government spending $22 million is laughable because they probably spend $22 million on Q-tips. Okay, so they haven't really spent any fucking time researching UFOs. They don't fucking care. No one cares. Fucking $22 million. That's hilarious. Bottom line is, I don't care. You don't care. But whatever. We're talking about it, so maybe we do care. Maybe deep down we care about this dumbass Area 51 shit. I don't know. Trainwreck says, I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, but that's pretty interesting. Those memes came up as the government pedophile controversy was suppressed. Is that something that's happening? I remember reading about some Hollywood pedophile thing. The whole pedophile thing is weird. Guy just says one jet is way over 22 million. That's what I'm saying. $22 million on research? That's nothing. There's no research. That's just you just sending money to do something. That's just for computers. That's just for like LAN cables. Oh man, Jay Stu says, I think there are layers to 51. Okay, well let's just say, for argument's sake, we'll play devil's advocate here. If the entire fucking nation and the world now knows that Area 51 has secrets, then maybe they would move them somewhere else. Just saying. I'm just saying. Moving on. I don't care about that. Las Vegas mom of 3 faces deportation risk while in ICE custody. Now, I don't want to step on anybody's toes here, but I did see a quick video the other day talking about this shit. And I am a bit sympathetic, a little bit sympathetic for illegal immigrants that come here or end up here, especially if you're born here. But at the end of the day, if you commit a crime, you got to do the time, okay? And I'm just wondering, which crimes are going to be allowed and which ones aren't going to be allowed, okay? Because if I go out and I get a DUI tomorrow, I have to fucking go to jail. And I'm probably going to lose my right to drive, and I'm probably going to have to pay a big fine. So what does that make different? Just because you're from another country, you're just allowed to fuck up and commit crimes, or you're not? You are or you're not? Because coming over to this country illegally is a crime. And despite coming over illegally and then getting a job and helping the economy and, you know, paying taxes and whatever the fuck else, even though you're just a hardworking American dream person right now, that still doesn't erase that you committed a crime and you might have to do the time for it. Now, I wish there was a more, like, I wish we could come to an agreement on how to do this shit, but for the people that get caught at the border, I have very little sympathy for them, especially when you have a kid with you. Now, hear me out. I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree before we read this article. You ever watch Cops? And you see a car get pulled over and there's 2 kids in the back, and then both the mom and the father have fucking an ounce of meth on them. And you say to yourself, you would fucking do that shit in front of your fucking kids? You'd bring your kids around to do drug deals with. Like, you think that's okay to subject your kids to this? And everyone goes, nah, it makes me sick. That's terrible. What fucking horrible parents would do that? They knew that there was a chance that they could get caught. They knew that there was a chance they could get robbed for their drugs. They knew that there was a chance that there could be a police chase. Of course they knew that there was a chance. Now, for some reason, people turn that same idea when it comes to, like, people trying to sneak over with their kids. They turn it into this thing like, oh, they're just searching for a better life. You want to know what I think's racist? I think when you think Mexico and all you think is a drug dealing fucking trash hole that's a third world poverty fucking stricken country where they don't have anything and no way to live, I think that's a racist way to look at Mexico. Okay, Mexico has all kind of cool shit over there. They have fucking sports teams, they have stadiums, they have doctors, they have everything that we have here, they have there. Okay, they might have a couple of really shitty cities, but I don't know if you've been to Chicago lately, it's fucking terrible. So, fucking, you would subject your fucking children to possibly getting, drowning, getting raped, getting caught, going to jail, being separated. You would risk all that. You'd risk all that just so you can get over here. And then do what? You know what I mean? Now, let's read some of these. Very Real Reality says, cartel members have kidnapped children for the sole purpose of carrying them across the border. Trainwreck says, cartel's nothing to fuck with. I've seen really fucked up videos, and they'll torture the shit out of you. Yeah, that's probably where they hang out. Right there in those border cities. The same places where you're gonna fucking take your kids to possibly get fucking raped and beat up and chopped up and shot. And it's hard for me to have sympathy for parents that would do that. Yet there's this whole section of America that maybe they're just more sympathetic than me. Maybe they have a bigger heart than me. I mean, I know it's easy, right? The white privileged guy fucking says fuck immigrants. It's not just that, but it's almost like a jealousy thing. Okay, you guys are allowed to commit fucking crimes. Why can't I? Where's my white privilege when it comes to you guys getting free amnesty? Yet when I commit a crime, I have to do the time. Where's the white privilege there? Also, everyone who says, oh, they need they're escaping fucking prejudice. What is that word? Seeking asylum. They're seeking asylum from the horrible clutches of Mexico, the worst country on earth. Oh, that place where people go to have their fucking weddings all year long. Mexico is not a terrible shithole. It's not the worst place on earth. Okay, there's probably some terrible areas, but you can definitely go to Mexico and have a normal, happy life with happy, law-abiding neighbors. You can have a fun time out there. You can create a life there. I have a lot of friends from Mexico that did come here completely legally, that didn't feel the need to put their children's lives in danger and everything worked out for them. I think it's, I don't know. I don't want to say lazy. I just think if that's your answer to solving a problem is, oh, I'm going to go just fucking jump the fence and swim across here and put my kid's life at risk because I don't really like where I live. If that's like your answer to problems rather than finding, thinking of a better way out of your situation, if that's your go-to is just to commit a fucking crime to do it, then America might not be the place for you anyways, because you're going to come here and try to make shortcuts too, and you're going to get caught by ICE, and they're just going to take you right back. I don't know. Trainwreck says, Mexico's got towns that fought against the cartel. I mean, if you don't like where you're at in Mexico, go somewhere else that's a nicer part of Mexico. We have this weird, I truly think it's a really racist thought to where every time you think of Mexico, you think drugs. Because that's not all that place is. Okay, it does have some corrupt areas, right? And maybe I'm not an expert, but I find it hard to believe that every fucking person in Mexico is a drug dealing rapist killer, and that only the minority who are actually good people want to escape. I find that hard to believe, and I think that's really that's a really racist way to look at a country. So that when you say, "Oh, everyone who's jumping the border, they're just trying to make a better life for themselves," okay, cool, fucking go to, fill out the paperwork, and I'll see you in a couple years. Save up some money. Come over here, open a business, do whatever you want. Move in my neighborhood. It's nothing but Mexicans. Come hang out. We'll read the article. I don't know. I just wanted to rant about that for a little bit. Everyone does this whole thing. Like, everyone's seeking asylum. If you think Mexico's that fucking horrible of a place, then you're a racist. You know what I mean? What? Canada's the greatest place ever because people say A, but you go to fucking Mexico and somebody says, oh, Yipa, suddenly they're fucking drug dealers. I think that's racist. You know what I mean? That's like looking at America and say everyone's a fat retard. Oh, wait. Never mind. Just kidding. I didn't say that. Okay, anyways. Las Vegas was not on the announced list of cities that face immigration raids, but 3 Las Vegas residents say ICE detained their mother. Now, this whole ICE thing, ICE happening not on border cities, I think that's weird. I think it's a waste of time and money. All right? If there's people here and they have jobs and they're paying taxes, I don't know how they did it. I don't know how you're pulling it off. Sounds like it should be illegal. But if you found a loophole and you're paying taxes and you're cool and you're not committing violent crimes, then good. You made it. Fucking, we should sweep that shit under the rug. Okay? I know I'm kind of contradicting what I'm saying. But I'm saying at some point, we just have to say, you know what? Everyone who made it over last year, you guys made it, you're lucky. Okay? You made it and you're lucky. Anyone who does it from now on, you're fucked. You know what I mean? I think that's a nice hardcore way to do it. Make sure everyone's aware of that. Right? Isn't that what they did with bump stocks, right? No, actually they didn't, because they made them illegal, so you had to get rid of them completely. There's got to be a law, though, something like that. Or like what they're about to do with this weed shit. Right? If you got caught with weed fucking 10 years ago, now that weed's legal, they're gonna fucking try to let you out. Is that a thing that's happening? I'm trying to think of something good to compare this to, but I can't, because I guess it's not really a logical, maybe that's not really a logical solution. Maybe I spoke too soon. I don't know. But it was an idea. Let's go ahead and read. They took the sole provider of this family. 16-year-old Kimberly said, "My mom is the hardest working woman I know." So I guess the mom of this family was an illegal immigrant. So I wonder, I'm wondering how this works. Varial says grandfathered in. Thank you. I'm glad I need people like you to help me say the things that my brain is thinking, but I don't know the words to say them. So I'm wondering right now, if you come to this country illegally, help me out in the chat if anyone knows. How do you have 3 kids and provide for all of them? Is there that many jobs that just pay cash, under the table jobs? And the daughter's 16 years old, so you've been here for 16 years. Yeah, I think she should be grandfathered in. But I'm wondering, what do you do in April when tax season? Well, how do you? Because if I don't file taxes, I'm at risk of possibly being audited, and then I could get in big trouble with fines and maybe even go to jail. So what? I wonder. This isn't a sarcastic bit. I'm wondering what the fuck you do. You just pretend you don't exist, or you just only work under the table jobs? I mean, if you're only working under the table jobs, a lot of them don't pay that well, right? Those are for 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds. On July 11th, ICE agents pulled Adriana Ariello Cruz over as she was headed to the bank and took her into custody. So she's headed to the bank. How do you have a bank account? My bank has my social security number. How does this happen? She was going to deposit her hard-earned money. Okay, so she's going to deposit it. Maybe that means she has a check. So how is taxes coming out of this? Somebody help me. The fucking chat has gone dark. It's gone silent. Since Thursday's incident, court has set aside the deportation order, meeting Ariello Cruz will legally stay on U.S. soil for the time being. She remains in ICE custody as her case makes its way through the legal system. She entered the U.S. illegally in 1995. Her trouble started when she got a few traffic violations. Those turned into an outstanding warrant for her arrest. So she got traffic violations. She has hard-earned money and still chose to not pay. Wait a minute. What's going on here? You got traffic violations. So I don't want to be, again, I don't want to say I have no sympathy, but you just kind of said fuck the law? And now the law fucks you and everyone's supposed to feel bad? I don't understand here. They turned into an outstanding warrant for her arrest, according to her immigration lawyer, D. Sol. Cruz ended up in ICE custody but bailed out. She did not know she had a final order of deportation until ICE agents pulled her over near her home. My mom is not a criminal. The daughter said she only tried to give us the best life she could. My mom is not a criminal. Wait, okay, hold on. Do they have a different... Is there a different definition of criminal that I don't know of? Because you commit these little traffic crimes and then you don't pay for them, and then you get a warrant for your arrest after being in this country illegally. Like, that's the definition of criminal. When do you become a criminal? Do I have to fucking kill somebody to be a criminal? Or is there such thing as small-time criminal? I don't know. Unforgivable says, in order to pay my traffic ticket, they needed my driver's license number. Maybe she didn't pay him because she didn't have a driver's license. So, I don't know. You could probably just mail that shit in. Mail it. Say, hey, this is for this ticket. Don't take my info. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm just saying the same thing as the Sixth Prodigy is saying. How is that not illegal? You know what I mean? Like, if I do it, it's illegal. And I get a warrant and I go to jail. But because you're illegal, you're supposed to be special? Like, now illegal people are special? Like, remember when all this trans shit was coming out a couple weeks ago? And I always had to say, like, oh, listen, guys, I'm not fucking insensitive to transgender. All I'm saying is, I think we should be exactly the same. I think me and a trans should have all the exact same laws and be treated the exact same way. That doesn't mean special privileges. That doesn't mean you get a special bathroom. You just have to be like one of us, okay? That's all I look for when I do these trans articles, right? Now we have an illegal immigrant article. All I want is for us to be the fucking same. You commit a fucking crime, you have to own up to it the same way as me. That's all I'm saying. So why is it special now? I don't understand. And I always have to say, like, oh, it's not that I'm like, oh, I'm trying to be sympathetic and shit. You know, I know it's human beings that we're talking about. I know it's families that we're talking about. But also, when we say, like, oh, we're gonna send them back to Mexico, I don't immediately go, oh shit, the worst place on earth, horrible Mexico, terrible. Oh, you might as well just call it hell. I think that'd be a really racist way to react to hearing the word Mexico. So I don't like, yeah, if you get deported, fuck it, you gotta go start a new life over there. Whatever. I mean, it'll be fine. I don't know. Like, it's not that fucking big of a deal. You got to leave your friends and family. Yeah, that sucks. You fucked up. You know, you committed a crime. Multiple crimes now. Anyways, she became a Zumba instructor. Okay, that makes sense. So maybe she gets paid in cash. The Trump administration announced plans to execute immigration raids in 9 major U.S. cities, including Los Angeles and Atlanta. Is there a lot of illegal Mexicans in Atlanta, or is this for all immigration? Because I'm curious I am curious, right? A lot of people say Donald Trump is racist or whatever, and you know, I don't see that. I don't see the argument for that. But I would be interested to see, you know, if like illegal people from the UK are getting fucked too. If iBookBoy came over here somehow illegally, I would hope that Donald Trump is fucking him over the same way he's fucking over Ariello Cruz. That's all I'm saying. Or if somebody came from Africa, or if somebody came from Australia, I'm hoping that you guys all get fucked. You know what I mean? I'm not hoping that you get fucked, but I'm hoping that if you get arrested and then a deportation is necessary, I'm hoping that you all get fucked the same way. That's what I'm hoping for. The same way I said all this shit about Mexicans, I'm holding that for Conor McGregor too. I would love to see Conor McGregor fight out here, but you know what? You come over here and you fucking throw any more dollies at buses and you get fucking 86 from the country. Hey, you're out of here, bud. Sorry. It sucks. I miss you. I'll have to come see you then sometime. I don't know, man. We've talked too long about this already. Moving on. We got 2 more articles. What a shitty podcast. I'm sorry I spent this whole fucking podcast bitching about Mexicans, but here we go. Mom arrested after daughter licks tongue depressor, puts it back in jar at doctor's office. All these people licking things and putting them back, I think you guys should all be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And you know what? Anyone who's fucking licking food and putting it back in the fridge as like a fucking prank, Donald Trump, deport those motherfuckers too. Please. You know what? In fact, deport them first. Those are the first ones out of here. Okay? The Mexicans and the UK and Canadians and all those other fuck-ups, keep them here an extra couple weeks. Okay? But everyone who's out here licking food and spitting in water bottles and shit and fucking up, get them the fuck out of this country. Please. Please. A Florida mother could face up to 30 years in prison after she recorded a video of her daughter licking a tongue depressor at a doctor's office. This is a viral thing. It's been happening for the past couple weeks. People go out, they lick food, and then they put it back in the grocery store window so that when someone else comes by, they fucking end up eating your spit a few days later. It's fucking disgusting, and I think you people should get fucked. I think it should be a terrible punishment. 30 years in prison. Like, I don't know if you deserve 30 years in prison just because a kid licked some shit, but let's say mandatory 2 years every time someone gets caught doing it, 2 years. You're gone. I don't care if you have a kid. I don't care if you have a dog at home. You're fucking out of here. Because that shit is gross. It's weird. It's against big time laws. I don't like it. What do you guys think about this? I feel like it's 2 years too much. All right. You know, like this bitch, before she got a traffic ticket, she has to leave the country. Yet we have people out here, white people, am I right? Fucking going out licking shit, putting it back in the fucking fridge. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. You know, go to a real shitty country. How about you lick ice cream? How about we send you to fucking Somalia? That's where you get to go, okay? You don't get to go to Mexico and have fun and have delicious elotes and fucking raspas and nice little mango ice cream treats. No, fuck you. You go right to the shittiest pirate-infested village ever. That's where you get to go, Somalia. You're out of here. Have fun licking Somalians' dicks, bitch. Fuck, dude. Corey Ward was charged with tampering with a consumer product without regard for possible death or bodily injury, whatever. It's a travesty and abusive that she was charged with the highest level crime in Florida for essentially recording her kids. Nah. She's probably laughing. She's probably like, my fucking kid's licking weird shit, and now it's gonna go in other kids' mouths. That's probably what's happening. See you in Somalia. Bye. Ward admitted to filming the viral video in an exam room at the All About Kids and Families Medical Center. Then she uploaded the footage to Snapchat on July 9th with the caption, "Don't tell me how to live my life." So this is clearly like, just doesn't give a fuck about anything. Clearly doesn't care about anything. Don't tell me how to live my life. Get the fuck out of here. You're gone. Now you can now live your life with Ikemafuna and fucking boy over there in fucking Somalia. Bye. Have fun Snapchatting over there. Living, yeah, put the dog's face on those fucking evil, terrible fucking pirates. Yeah, you and Wilson can go over there and hang out and have fun. Stupid ass kid. Ward said she told the staff what happened immediately following the incident and did not intend to put anyone in danger. Okay. Now, I wish I would have read all that before I sentenced her to life in Somalia. So, like, maybe I'm racist for saying Somalia is a terrible person or a terrible place, but and probably a terrible person too. That'd be a weird name to name your kid. But everything I've ever heard about that place is fucking horrible. Yeah, I guess, you know what? If she took the sticks away and said, hey, my daughter fucked up, I laughed about it, take the sticks away, here's a $5 on your way out. Grease the palms a little bit. The medical center said this was an isolated incident and all materials were removed from that exam room, which was also sanitized. Okay, maybe not that big of a deal. Okay, take her away for 3 months. 3 months and just make her an example. Okay, don't fuck around and do this shit. Last article for today. Trendy face app arises security concerns over Russian-based developer. I don't know shit about Russia, but I feel like I went 10 years of my life and didn't hear shit at all about Russia. Like it just disappeared from Earth. And now suddenly every goddamn week there's a story about how bad Russia is. The Russia-developed app, Face app, that augments photos and selfies to make users look younger or older is now being questioned by cybersecurity experts. I have read a little bit about this on Facebook. They're taking your fucking face, they're making it recognizable, they're stealing your identities, and they're taking our dirt. The app allows users to upload photos to filters using augmented reality. The photos are stored on the servers in a cloud based in the... Wait a minute. Per the app's privacy policy, the photos are stored on servers in a cloud based in the US and Australia, not in Russia. Okay, I thought that was going to be a bad sentence, but I'm actually just a stupid person who can't read. They aren't able to access any information you don't give them access to. The company said it only keeps photos on the cloud servers to enhance performance and to monitor metrics of the total number of visitors and demographic patterns. Snapchat does the same shit, by the way. You know how many drug dealers and murderers and fucking violent crimes have been caught because of Snapchat? And we always go, well, you know, it's a good thing they spied on us. But then Russia does it, and it's like, oh, fuck you. The privacy policy, whatever it says, all the information they share with the company can be used by the company at a later date. Yeah, of course. They have to say that if they're going to make their fucking technology better. Face app's policy shows it can share the user's information only with businesses that are affiliated with the company. They will not share or sell information with third parties. That sounds pretty open. Like they can do whatever the fuck they want with that shit. It's really important that you're aware when you're giving permissions to apps, what you're sharing with those apps, and what you're giving them access to. You could be giving them access to your contacts on your phone or your Facebook activity. What a time to be alive. Back in the day, my grandparents would always say like don't buy too much ice cream from the ice cream man because it could be fucked up or it could be drugs or something. First off, drugs are expensive. No ice cream man would give away drugs for $1. Second off, that's just them being worried about like the dangers of being a kid. Don't talk to strangers. Don't ever get in a stranger's car. Beware of weird people. Don't go too far from home if you're too little. Nowadays, it's crazy the world has turned where it's like, don't click that user agreement, young man, because it could really fuck you up years from now. It's crazy how it's changed from no more like getting into strangers' cars. I saw a meme about that the other day. Like, they used to say, don't get in strangers' cars, and now 10 years later, Uber's a thing, and so you're just living your entire life by getting in strangers' cars, driving around. But it is an interesting thought that now that's what you're telling kids to do. Like, hey, whoa, watch out with those user agreements. Fucking run it by your parents first. I don't know. Pretty interesting. I guess that's all I got for news articles. I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on, some of the things we talked about. Area 51, I don't really fucking care about it. Illegal immigrants, we've talked about it a lot. You know, if you don't care about that type of topic, sorry that we spoke about it too much. If you guys have some information that maybe could change my mind or enlighten me a little bit, I mean, you guys know in a lot of these topics, I kind of just ramble off the top of my head. So if there is some information that could benefit me, I'd love to hear it either in the comments right now or on the YouTube comments if you're listening to this at a later date. Let me know your thoughts on the licking of the fucking food. I'm dead serious on the go to jail for a year thing. I was a kid. I'm going to let you guys in on something really gross that I saw happen multiple times as a kid. I'm not going to name names. Well, let's just say the guy's name is Chris. We'll just say somebody named Chris. I'm hanging out with my skater buddies. We're going to 7-Eleven. We're getting Slurpees or whatever. And back then, Slurpees were really cheap. Fucking a matter of pennies. Fucking 60 cents, I get a Slurpee. Cool. What my friend, let's call him Chris, used to do is he would open, you know, that you pull out the cup and it's stuck on all the other cups. He'd pull out a bunch of cups, spit in one, put it back on, and then pull out one cup. And I always thought that's fucking disgusting and terrible. And I forgot about that completely until I started reading these licking articles. And you know what? Chris, who I no longer hang out with or keep in contact with at all. God damn it. If you would have spent some time in jail for doing that today, I don't think I'd feel that bad. Hey, sue me, whatever. And Trendy Faces, let me know if you hate Russia, I guess. I don't fucking know how to talk about that, whatever. That's all I got for the podcast today. What did I talk about? What's the worst fast food experience you've ever had? Also, what's the worst experience you've ever had at a barbershop? Also, what's the best score you've ever gotten bowling? I like to finish the podcast by asking you guys a bunch of questions so that I can read the answers when I check the comments on Sunday. By the way, if you tuned in late today, you can rewatch this podcast on Sunday on either iTunes, Podbean, YouTube, and even a couple of other internet sites. Just type in Stop Crying Poser Podcast on a search engine, on Ask Jeeves, and you'll be able to find out more information on the podcast. Follow me on Instagram if you're not already. Check out the Discord, and stick around because we're going to be playing some video games right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Trainwreck was the winner of the sticker pack. Please get your information to me ASAP. And I'll see you guys next time. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Varial Reality, iBook, Gaijus, Six Prodigy, Trainwreck, Princess, Schlil, Lele, Fish Fillet, Filak Attack, Gaijus, OG Mickey, Unforgivable Hippie, Striped Shirt Samurai, OG Mickey, did I already say that? Sherry Bowberry, and everyone else who is watching. I appreciate you guys. Please tell a friend. The only way that we can grow as a podcast is if you guys help. So if this made you laugh, or if it made you cry, or even if it made you angry, you know what? We all have a couple of illegal immigrant friends. Maybe when the podcast comes out on Sunday, maybe drop that on their Facebook feed. See if we can get a couple tears. And then when they talk to you at work the next day and say, hey, asshole, I saw what you posted, you go, stop crying, poser. All right, well, yeah, if you're here right now, stay tuned for some video games. Until next time, I appreciate you guys as always. Tune in next Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time for another episode of Stop Crying Poser. Let's play that motherfucking intro, goddamn motherfucker, what? Oh, it goes bun, patty, lettuce, and then bun. Oh, I'm sorry. I just crushed everything together in my fucking hands and licked it. Fuck you.